from the Diana, so you've got a bunch of like CC and damage to come in, a massive AoE to come out from the side of the IMT Academy, and it actually does give me faith that like maybe the Tahm Kench comes in as a really good protective tool in that regard.
Give me! Yes, we got it. Nice. I told you I could will it into existence.
You willed it into existence. Well done. Very well done.
It's sometimes you just got to put enough faith and heart in the cards. That's at least what anime used to tell me. But going into this game and looking at what we have right now, this is a very aggressive composition once again by Immortals. But I feel like this comp, unlike the last one, does have better options in that mid to late game. Last time, it felt like if they didn't get ahead early, that it was going to fall.
More likely to interact with the jungler, so the passive on like...
Oh,
wait, because you don't actually matter about the passive. It's who you're going to throw in. Yeah, it's probably still Jose.
All right. Look at this fight right now. We're having right between the towers. Jose Deodo had to...
On to Palafox, it's more so to make sure that Pretty is able to leave on of his own volition.
Look at the 1-1-1. Philip, the Wukong player, looking for the dive. And here's the ultimatum. Who gets it? Philip does!
I want to give a bunch of credit to Philip because that was a solo kill against Viper, and it was the first blood of the game, so he was able to sneak away the additional gold value. But I also want to give a ton of credit to Viper because he played that about as well as he possibly could have. He maybe could have dodged one auto timer with that ultimate for Viper, so I'm not going to cause that against him because again, he did trade off the back of the bad play.
Looks in a bad spot, but Anda is nearby, so they can re-engage. They're waiting out the damage on top of Philip. Philip does not have the Cyclone either, so Anda's going to be able to steal the soul.
Anda kind of sets up behind Johnson and Dreams, but not going to find anything here.
Or actually, because they had the hook land, they're looking to see if they can dive in, but there is still the lantern. Johnson wants to be able to grab it. He's still healing up, but
400, 500 additional health. Really impressive stuff right there coming out from the side, and now they're forcing a mid lane as well.
They are easily forcing. They're looking to see if they can go for this dive as well, but keep in mind that Philip's on the other side. That Cyclone could be huge. He's looking to be able to get a huge flank with the Cyclone. 4-member Sean Ed with the Moonfall as well. They've got a lot of damage, but here's Deodo is going to be traded 1-for-1 at the moment with Anna getting a little bit of damage into the backline, but he's still alive, diving into trying to get him. He finishes him off with the Blade of the Ruin King, and he's gobbled up by the Devourer. He's got the shield. He's getting away with it as well. They've got the damage on the Palafox, and they actually get the Ren coming in from Keith with a heal too. They're still alive. They're trying to be able to kite this one back as long as humanly possible. They got the chains on the Philip as well with the tongue.
From the side of Immortals is looking even better because it's harder for this initial engagement to really burst down, and a threat of taking these dragons doesn't mean as much because you're under the fear that you're actually going to get run down. I don't know how Philip got into this position, but he is in really dire straits.
He thought it was just Keith. He thought they all left. He thought he was safe. You ain't safe here, Monkey King. They're looking to see if they can end your voyage or try to be able to get away. They might be able to chase him down. Look at Pretty. Pretty's on the other side. There's no escape. We know what LeBlanc does. All you gotta do is land a couple of
LCS level in terms of their level of play. It's definitely there. You can see it inside of them. This was an LCS roster as Jose Deodo goes for his own play.
And then the Moonlight Vigil as well from Johnson to try to see if he can kill Viper. But you just can't do it. The Ren on the other side of the wall. But now Johnson in bad spot had to flash away to be able to escape. But look at the damage coming in on top of him from Viper. Was able to heal up just a little bit. But they might be able to get a little bit more if they continue this chase. There's the Fate Skull. The knockup on Johnson. A killing spree coming in. Philip, you're not able to get enough of a Cyclone, even though you ride the Graveyard Train back to the team. Look at the damage on top of him. Just needing to be able to get one more Ren double kill from Keith.
Nicely played from the side of Immortals, and even better is they can get to continue the chase. They have such long
Anda's on the other
range.
side. Look at Anda. He's here. Jose Deodo, do you have a way to be able to get out of this one? I don't think so. Even with the turret, the heartbreaker damage on top
of the walls and things. It's so hard to pure disengage on the side of FlyQuest without having like the ability. So like once FlyQuest is in on a fight, they are really in on a fight. They have to win it, or they're just going to get.
So many of these players are far ahead. It's pretty much a turn of fate from last game. What we saw previously, even right here. Pretty, though, looking like he wanted to have a replica of the last game, getting chased down. He was able to juke them, though, but it cost Keith's life. Now Viper wanting to be able to turn it around. They're going to be able to get the kill on Jose Deodo, and they can re-engage for two. With Philip still in the middle of everybody, trying to be able to get a
welcome as there's members behind the tower to stop him from leaving.
Cyclone, here's the TP coming in. Can they get the dive and burst damage onto Philip before they're going to be able to get him here? Here's Palafox. They've got the chain on top of Viper. Viper, though, barely alive, shut down by Philip. Even with the knockup coming in from Joey, you're in a bad spot because Johnson showed up.
Top laner solo out the dragon as the rest of your team pulls mid priority to make sure the opposing team can't really respond with Baron buff that's going to be coming through. So they're making sure that that's not going to happen. Double Cloud Drakes now for that, like the Spirit or the call from the likes of Callista as well.
I'm also wondering if they can get a Devourer to pretty low cooldown. But right now, Philip, no Cyclone. He's locked down.
He's dead.
Easily sliced apart.
Very big. Oh,
Here's the
course,
counter play coming in from FlyQuest. They've got a lot of damage onto Joey, and they're looking for Keith with the exhaust on top of him, trying to be able to kite this one back. But as a Kalista wins,
Anda is still alive and full strength right now on the likes of this Viego, which makes it super difficult, especially because ultimates have been burnt already on that fight.
Viper looking for the TP, not getting that much damage. It's a slow take here from FlyQuest. We already knew that was going to be the case. Pretty on the other side. It's down to 50%. Palafox is on the hunt, though. He's stolen away. The Fate's calling. They got the TP, and now there's a Cyclone available. If they can land onto anybody, it's going to be really difficult, but instead they completely... I feel like it's just more slowed down. That's the thing.
It is slowed down, yeah.
It was fast-paced early on, but once FlyQuest were able to claw back and make it so that they weren't so far behind, now things have slowed down. Now it's Immortals, the one playing the macro game, and they will find themselves at soul points.
This is what I'm used to, is Dragon playing on these timers. Oh, this is a pick on a Philip, maybe?
Are you going to get solo killed right now by Pretty? Looking to see if he can do that, but now that Johnson's on the other side. Look at the damage coming in with the Cyclone as well. He's able to flash over the wall, but barely he's alive! Unless you really think you can contest. It is a slow Baron take coming in from FlyQuest. It's only at 50% still, while Viper was able to open up the inhibitor. He jumped over here, and it's still taking a long time for FlyQuest. They're struggling to be able to get this objective quickly enough. All the while, Immortals, they are threatening. They want to have this fight. Palafox, he's got himself in a bad spot against Pretty, getting a lot of damage on top of him. It's going to be the fight secured for the side of Jose Diodo. Now the fight re-engage coming in from them. Can they get connected? They could not. They try to see if they can re-engage, but Anda's on the other side taking a lot of damage, trying to be able to get away. But the Moonfall gets a lot of damage on top of Joey with the Moonlight Vigil.
Now Dragon also is something to consider, because they have the Rend on the
They've got a lot of Rends on this. That's a lot of chains on top of it. They're going to be able to get the soul, but now it's Viper in the middle of three members, getting a lot of damage on top of Johnson, but he's alive.
What Immortals does. They always want to play, and you can see Dreams is trying to deny from that. TP comes in. They're going for it right here, right now.
They got to do it. They got to force the fight. They've got a lot of damage onto the members in the back line. Johnson, he's barely alive. Shut down. They got it huge, but here's a Moonfall to be able to take down Joey. Trying to see if they can take down Keith. They've got Enda, but now look at Pretty. He's on the other side. Can Keith carry this one? He's guiding it back. He continues to get away. Keith, how are you doing? And Viper's in the middle, but he's going to abandon him. Go back. Help them out. They've got the damage coming in from Viper. They've got Palafox to go golden, but they're going to...
The fact that fight went as well as it did.
I think they just didn't expect that Viper was going to do as much as he did in that fight. They lost faith. They saw that maybe it was going to be all null and void, but now they are the ones to start off the Baron, and we know how good Kalista is. They're going to be able to get it. No! Jose Diodo! He steals it away! He steals away the victory of Immortals, and they kill them off with triple kill coming in from Johnson, the TP in mid lane.
Full set of spears for a Rend inside of that, and they've got Anda inside of the pit ready for a fight, and somehow Tuki, the man himself, saves this game for FlyQuest and is able to get them this 2-0. Immortals were right there, but the savior, Jose Diodo, gets the